While these monitors do look similar from the outside, they're actually quite different in their design. One key difference is that the LP6s have a two-way design, while the SM5s have a three-way design. Let me explain what that means. The LP6s have a 1-inch HF, or high-frequency driver, and a 6.5-inch LF, or low-frequency driver. This allows the frequency range to be divided and distributed so the low-frequency driver and the high-frequency driver can focus on what they do best. The integrated crossover is designed to route frequencies below 1.5 kilohertz to the low-frequency driver and frequencies above 1.5 kilohertz to the high-frequency driver, with a bit of overlap for a smooth transition. Distributing the audio like this not only protects the HF driver from low frequencies that could cause damage, but it also optimizes the performance of each driver, improving the overall performance of the system. When you look closely at the SM5, you'll see that it actually has a three-way design. There's a 1-inch high-frequency driver, a 5-inch low-frequency driver, and a 4-inch mid-range driver, which allows the frequency spectrum to be divided into 3 bands. In this case, the crossovers are set to 280 Hz between the low-frequency and mid-range drivers, and 2.8 kHz between the mid-range and high-frequency drivers, further optimizing the performance of each component and the system as a whole. Now, when you start adding drivers, you also introduce the possibility for phase interference between each element, particularly at the points where the frequency ranges overlap around the crossover frequency. But there's a special design integrated into the SM5s that mitigates this problem. See, anytime you have two sources in two locations that are producing the same frequency, there's a possibility that sound from one source will reach the listener before sound from the other source. And when that happens, it causes cancellations and summations of energy that could inadvertently impact the sound that the listener hears. The Kali Audio SM5s use coaxial drivers to improve the phase coherence between the mid-range driver and the high-frequency driver. Sound radiating from these two drivers will originate from the same point in space, keeping them phase-aligned within the crossover region. The mid-range driver also acts as a waveguide, which is another thing to look out for when comparing monitors. Waveguides allow the sound to be distributed in a controlled manner and can have implications on phase coherence between drivers, coverage area, and consistent sound quality throughout that area. When shopping for studio monitors, you'll also notice various materials used for the drivers. In this case, we see that both designs have paper cones. Sometimes you'll find carbon fiber or other materials. And the LP6s have a textile dome tweeter, while the SM5s have a metal dome tweeter. You might even find ribbon tweeters in some monitors in lieu of the dome design.